Baltimore has had some of the most disturbing murders and shootings ever captured on surveillance cameras. In some of these cases, suspects casually walk toward their targets before opening fire. In others, body camera footage captures deadly encounters from the officer's point of view in real time. These are the moments investigators use to piece together homicide cases across the city. Some of these clips could not be fully shown on here, so the full uncut version is uploaded to the surveillance archive on TopTrendReportTV.com, along with exclusive case files featuring crime scene photos, murder reports, and deeper breakdowns tied to these investigations. February 7th, 2020, 1300 block of West Franklin Street. 31-year-old Khaled Heba was fatally shot in the 1300 block of West Franklin Street. Surveillance footage shows a suspect wearing dark clothing and a hood casually walking across the street toward the victim's location. Moments later, the same suspect is seen sprinting back across the street at full speed immediately after the shooting, shifting from a calm approach to a frantic escape within seconds. February 7th, 2017, Baltimore police involved shootings. This body camera footage captures a tense confrontation between Baltimore police officers and an armed suspect. Officers repeatedly issue commands before the situation escalates into gunfire. Because the footage is captured directly from the officer's perspective, it becomes one of the most graphic and intense clips in the entire breakdown. I can't show the full video because it's graphic, so go to my website in the surveillance archive section, and it'll be there with plenty of other content. June 10th, 2019, 200 block of South Fulton Avenue. Around 3:24 in the afternoon, officers responded to reports of a shooting and found a 22-year-old man suffering from a gunshot wound to the back of the head. The footage and aftermath highlight how close the violence unfolded to nearby homes and residential buildings in broad daylight. December 13th, 2016, Coppin State University police involved shooting. Near the Coppin State University campus, an undercover university officer witnessed an active shooting involving two groups. Surveillance and officer accounts showed 18-year-old LeVar Douglas running with a firearm before a foot chase began through nearby residential streets. Investigators said Douglas later turned toward the officer with the weapon before the officer opened fire, fatally striking him. November 22nd, 2018, 2900 block of Garrison Boulevard. 21-year-old Darian Savoy was killed in a homicide on Garrison Boulevard. Surveillance footage shows the suspect walking southbound along the sidewalk late at night before pausing briefly near an alleyway. Moments after the shooting, the same individual was captured, sprinting back in the opposite direction while clutching his waistband during the escape. September 3rd, 2018, 1500 block of Plum Street, Curtis Bay. 24-year-old Bobby Mack was murdered in the Curtis Bay neighborhood around 5 o'clock in the evening. Detectives described the suspect as a slim black male with a dark complexion and close cropped haircut who was believed to frequent the South Baltimore area. The surveillance footage became a major part of the homicide investigation as police searched for anyone who recognized the suspect. July 29th, 2018, 2100 block of Presbury Street. At approximately 5:15 in the morning, officers responded to reports of gunfire and found a 28-year-old man suffering from multiple gunshot wounds. Grainy surveillance footage captured the quiet pre-dawn street before multiple muzzle flashes suddenly lit up the darkness during the shooting. The victim later died from his injuries after being transported to the hospital. May 27, 2018, 1300 block of North Kerry Street. A 33-year-old man was shot during the afternoon hours on North Kerry Street. Surveillance footage shows a suspect walking through the residential block in broad daylight before quickly leaving the area after the shooting. Detectives believe the footage captured important movements connected to the attack. March 8, 2018, North Avenue and Asquith Street. In broad daylight at one of the city's busiest intersections, 2 men were shot after a suspect appeared to wait near the corner before opening fire. One victim died after suffering a gunshot wound to the upper body, while the second survived after being struck in the leg. Surveillance footage captured the chaos as the suspect fled through traffic after the shooting. December 18, 2017, 3500 block of Plum Avenue. 19-year-old Jonathan Tobash was fatally shot during what investigators believe was an attempted robbery. The shooting happened around 10:30 at night, with detectives believing 2 suspects targeted Tobash before opening fire under the cover of darkness. August 12, 2017, 200 block of South Hilton Street. 27-year-old Dominic Gaskins was killed in a homicide on South Hilton Street. August 6, 2017, 100 block of North Howard Street. A 24-year-old man was shot during an attempted robbery in one of Baltimore's busiest commercial areas. Surveillance footage shows the suspect trailing the victim before confronting him. When the situation escalated, the suspect pulled out a handgun, fired and fled toward the Lexington market area. Some of these cases go much further than what could be shown here. The full versions and extended surveillance breakdowns are available on Top Trend Report, TV.com.